So let's continue with the next type of quadrilateral, that is rhombus. If all sides of a quadrilateral are on equal length, that is congruent, it is called as a rhombus. Let us learn about it, dear children, through our activity. Activity 3. Draw a rhombus EFGH by taking a convenient length of side and convenient measure of an angle. Draw its diagonals and name their point of intersection as M. First, measure the opposite angles of the quadrilateral and angles of point M. Measure the two parts of every angle made by the diagonal. Lastly, measure the lengths of both diagonals. Measure the two parts of diagonals made by point M. So let's start with the help of this details. First, we will be drawing a rough figure, that is rhombus EFGH, such that its size is 5 cm and measure angle F is equal to 60 degree. This is your rough figure. Let's do the construction. As shown in the figure, you will be drawing the base FG of 5 cm. Next step, placing the center of protractor at point F, draw ray Fx making an angle of 60 degree with seg FG. Now, by taking a distance of 5 cm on a compass, placing it at point F, draw an arc of ray Fx. Name it as point E. Lastly, by taking a distance of 5 cm on compass and placing it at point E and point G, draw arcs. Name the point of intersection of arcs as point H. And ultimately, you will be joining the opposite vertices, that is E, G and FH, to form the diagonal, that is EG and diagonal FH. Write the final answer. Therefore, quadrilateral EFGH is the required rhombus. Based on the activity, the following questions we will be answering. Measure the opposite angles of quadrilateral and angles at the point M. So, the opposite angles over here are angle F and angle H, and the next pair is angle E and angle G. So, the answer is angle EFG is equal to angle GHE, that is 80 degree. And the next pair, angle FEH is equal to angle HGF is equal to 100 degree. So, the opposite angles of rhombus are congruent. Second, measure the two parts of every angle made by the diagonal. So, due to the diagonal, we will be measuring each angle. Angle EFH is equal to angle HFG is equal to angle EHF is equal to angle GHF. So, they all are measuring 40 degree. Next, the same question, the next part, angle FGE is equal to angle EGH is equal to angle HEG is equal to angle GEF is equal to 50 degree. That means, dear children, see angle when we had measured angle EFG, that was 80 degree. Similarly, angle EHG was also 80 degree. When the bisector, that is FH and EH, is made, it becomes a half. So it divides the angle into equal parts, that is 40 degree and 50 degree each. Okay. Third one, measure the lengths of both diagonals. Measure the two parts of diagonals made by point M. So we will be measuring the diagonals, that is EM, MH, MG and MF. So when you measure them, we will get this conclusion as the answer. Length EM is equal to length GM, that is 1.3 centimeter, and length FM is equal to length HM, that is 1.5 centimeter. From this, we learn the properties of rhombus, that is, opposite angles are congruent. Angle E is congruent to angle G and angle F is congruent to angle H. Diagonals bisect opposite angles of rhombus. That means they divide the angles into equal parts. Diagonal bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. The next quadrilateral is parallelogram. A quadrilateral having opposite sides as parallel is called as a parallelogram. So here quadrilateral, the name is quadrilateral ACDB. Here the opposite sides are equal and they are parallel to each other. AB is parallel to CD and AC is parallel to BD. Now activity, the next activity based on parallelogram. Draw parallelogram PQRS. Take two rulers of different widths, place one ruler horizontally and draw lines along its edges. Now place the other ruler in slant position over the lines drawn and draw lines along its edges. We get a parallelogram. Draw the diagonals of it and name it at point of intersection as T. Then first thing you will do, measure the opposite angles of parallelogram. Second, measure the lengths of the opposite sides. Third, measure the lengths of the diagonals. And lastly, measure the lengths of the parts of the diagonals made by point T. So, you will be getting this type of parallelogram. First question, measure the opposite angles of parallelogram. Angle P is equal to angle R, that is 50 degree. So the opposite angles are equal. Angle S is equal to angle Q, that is 130 degree. So the opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Next question, measure the lengths of opposite sides. Length SP is equal to length RQ is equal to 3 centimeter. Length PQ is equal to length SR is equal to 2 centimeter. That means opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Third, measure the lengths of the diagonal. SQ is equal to 2.7 centimeter. PR is equal to 4 centimeter. Measure the lengths of the parts of the diagonals made by point T. So, ST is equal to TQ, that is 1.4 centimeter, and PT is equal to TR, that is 2 centimeter. From this, we have learned the following properties of parallelogram. They are: opposite angles are congruent. That means angle S is congruent to angle Q and angle P is congruent to angle R. Diagonals bisect each other. That means ST is equal to TQ and PT is equal to TR. The next type of quadrilateral is trapezium. If only one side of opposite side of a quadrilateral is parallel, then it is called a trapezium. The name of this quadrilateral is quadrilateral WXYZ, that is a trapezium. Here WZ is parallel to XY. Properties of trapezium. In quadrilateral WXYZ, only one pair of opposite sides, that is WZ and XY, is parallel. With the property of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal, we get measure angle W plus measure angle X as 180 degree. Similarly, measure angle Y plus measure angle Z is equal to 180 degree. In a trapezium, out of 4 pairs of edges and angles, 2 are supplementary, that is 180 degree. The next type of quadrilateral, the last type, is kite. If one diagonal is perpendicular bisector of other diagonal, then the quadrilateral is called as a kite. Activity of this kite. In the figure of quadrilateral ABCD, verify whether divider, that seg AB is congruent to seg CB and seg AD is congruent to seg CD. Similarly, measure angle BAD and measure angle BCD and verify that they are congruent. This is on your textbook, page 48. This is your kite, that is the quadrilateral ABCD. Diagonal BD and AC intersect at point E. Here AE is equal to EC. See the figure of quadrilateral ABCD. Diagonal BD of quadrilateral bisects diagonal AC. In the adjacent figure of quadrilateral ABCD, verify with the divider that seg AB is congruent with seg CB. And seg AD is congruent to seg CD. So when you measure with the divider or with the ruler, you will get that AB is equal to BC and AD is equal to CD. Similarly, you will measure angle BAD and angle BCD. When you measure them, you will find that they both are congruent. Now, properties of kite. We get two properties, that two pairs of adjacent sides are congruent, that is AB is congruent to BC and AD is congruent to CD. And one pair of opposite angle is congruent, that is angle A is equal to angle C, or you can say angle BAD is equal to angle BCD. I hope, dear children, you understood all the types of quadrilateral and their properties. It is very, very important because it is repeated in your future classes. This is the end of session 2, dear children. Thank you. Stay home, stay blessed. Till then, take care of yourself and complete your notes. Goodbye.